Yo, it's KoiFshh. You are watching Vision Vocal.
Slutty, slutty, slutty. Always repeat me if you wanna see me, I don't got the time.
My name's Armani, also known as KoiFshh. I'm a rapper, Southside Chicago, into computer science, into art history, into skating, into occasional drawing, into gaming, into a lot of things.
Shit, boy, I've been caught with this shit from the jump. Slutty the.
Again, Southside Chicago. Most of the time, my mom was like, I heard most music when my mom was like doing laundry. Like, I have a very vivid memory of her like playing The Blueprint while she was like getting some clothes out of the laundry. I was just really bumping to that. She was like rapping lyrics to me a lot of the time. Apart from that would be shit like Dipset, a lot of Nas, and I started getting onto shit like Wu-Tang and everything on my own, and just kind of took off from there. My junior year, actually, yeah. I was rapping a little bit on the low, like, oh, this is something I know how to do now, because I came up on poetry at some point, like, I want to say 6th grade, and just kind of like was building on it from that point on. By like senior year, I was feeling it, like, junior year, a homie of mine, he invited me to the studio down at Flashpoint, and seeing that, I had some bars ready for it. I remember it was Deep Cover by Dr. Dre. I had some bars ready for that, and I just went in the booth and got that out, and it was like, damn, you might be a rapper. For that point, I was like, shit, I guess I can do this, and just went off with that, and it just went up from there.
Do you remember when you decided to take it seriously?
I still don't take it seriously. I realized, I'm gonna say I realized when I dropped my first mixtape then, because I was like, okay, clearly I do this better than a couple of other people, so maybe I should kind of get better at this and just.
What stops you from taking it serious?
Priorities, because I gotta like tend to so many other things in life like that. Like, I don't even know what taking it serious would even consist of for the most part, because life is busy.
I make a nigga reconfigure for the past life, that's right.
Terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I mean, like, some nights I have it in me to want to get some lines up. Some nights I just really don't. Sometimes I don't even focus on music for a whole month. I was kind of sad when I got my Apple Music replay because I didn't get it. They said I didn't listen to music enough.
I've been a veteran straight from the shop, put the C on my letter.
My uncles always say, like, I never would have thought you'd be a rapper like that, man. Like, they play my shit at all, like, the family functions and stuff. And closest friend is Ryan and Khair, so, like, all the support is right there. Everybody else that hear it, just like, yeah, I fuck with your last tracks. Everybody just hit me, slide up on my story or comment Instagram or DM me and stuff like, bro, when we gonna get a feature? When we gonna do this? When we gonna do that? Bro, I really like your last track. I'm just like,
if you owe me, I don't beef, cause that ain't low-key.
Lately, it's only been Ryan and Khair. The only times I really had a collab was like when I started dropping in 2019 and stuff. And that's when I was like, I clicked up with folks at Black Marsh. Had a collab with a man by the name of DBK, Don't Be Kendall, J for Limbo, and Black Rose, they were called. So I say Death, I say Death. Yeah, that was the only time I really collab with people. But like these days, I don't feel so apt to collab with everybody else because not everybody's gonna be on the same page. It's like when I'm in a room with Ryan and Khair or any of those other guys like that. So I'd be scared when people be like, yo, bro, when we gonna get in the studio? When we gonna do something together? I'm like, I don't have the studio. Ryan has a studio, and that's Ryan's house. You can't come there. Members only.
On my neck, I told her stop it.
Me and Ryan just sit up and go through samples, and then come across something that we might like. I just sit there as he like produces and stuff like that. I go through my notes and find things that might fit in a tempo or something that I got just completed, and from there it just kind of go up. I feel like it's easy because like that's my go-to. He's basically my executive producer. Like we said, even though it's 3 of us, we run this like with business and everything like that, because sometimes like between us, we'd have to put on like our executive caps and give some game to the next person. Like, you need to do this, you need to do that, yada, yada, yada. Ryan is executive producer all the way through, so. I write it out. Sometimes I try to freestyle it. Lately, I've been trying to get better with that because like Ryan and Khair are excellent freestylers, and that's kind of like how I came to know them as great rappers. Like, they inspired me to want to rap better a lot of the times. It's just kind of like every once in a while it just hits me. I call it the ether in a way. It's just like at some random moment in time I feel like, ooh, I got lines. I'm gonna get these lines off and just go from it. Like, I recently wrote something. I was listening to Lemon Pepper Freestyle, and somebody did a freestyle. They posted it on Twitter, and he was getting out of the car with some Wingstop, and it was a lemon pepper, one singular lemon pepper, and I felt some way about that for some reason. I was like, I'm a rap. And I was just in the shower at 2 a.m. just going crazy, and I was like, Merch, I got lines right now. Sometimes I got it, sometimes I don't. You hit a wall, you don't.
What happens when you hit that wall?
I just put the phone down and walk
Take a
around.
break.
Yeah, just walk, do something else, and then at some random point, I'll be listening to that beat again or a different pocket and be like, wait, I got something, and just go.
Got my wrist on Mega Man, the way I'm blasting these.
The night we made Pure Platinum Interlude, the night me and Ryan did that, was coming together, trying to figure it out. So it was during the process of coming up with Hot Boy Amp. So I came over to Ryan's crib some time back. He had showed me the beat, he showed me the sample and everything like that. He's like, I'm gonna use this for something. I was like, do what you gotta do, Clip. Do what you gotta do. I come over, he was like, bro, I did something. Hear him play it. I was like, oh, we gotta write to this. We can make some real Hot Boy shit. Boom. So you doing that, Khair shows up. What y'all doing? Oh, we rapping this right now. Shit's funny, let's go. He jumps in, he started writing stuff. We figure out what we're gonna do and everything like that. We're gonna come back to it. Ryan started going through some samples. I heard the sample for it. I was like, wait, send me that. I need that. Again, 2 a.m. I'm in the shower trying to figure out how the hell am I gonna get on this song. Came up with the hook, and I was like, cool. So we was in the process, going through songs and everything like that. We got to that, recorded it. He was like, bro, you gotta let me get a verse. That's why you hear him on there, and he just freestyled that. Did that, I did the hook going out, did a little bit of chop and screw, and we played it back. We were in there jumping. Like, this is good, this is great. We feel like championship music, like we popping bottles and shit. Like a definitive moment for like when I do me and him work well together like that. One of the friends I play Xbox with, he constantly yells at me about, he's like, you need to make that song long, you need to do a remix of the song. I'm like, that's why it's an intro video.
Bitch, I'm bending, no, don't know me. Never.
Most of the time, just keeping up appearances, I guess. So, I mean, I can write for months, years, everything, just keep that all piled up and everything, but it's just a matter of like, well, since COVID and everything kicked in, it was like, it was weird trying to go to open mics and things like that. It was weird trying to appeal to other people. It was weird trying to post about it on socials and things like that and see if that's going somewhere, but that's probably the hardest part about it, because I can, you know, the rapping is the easy part for me.
Soon as they got hot, I sat on back of my shit.
It was great. That was the first time I had to get on stage like that. I was just like, you know, rock a crowd. I did that all from Ox. I mean, like, it was decent. It was enough to fill it. It was enough to fill the school gym. Let's say that. They liked it. They loved it. I had a mosh pit and everything. I didn't expect it to go like that, but like Ryan and Khair was in the crowd. They came in town to see it. I didn't expect it to go how it did, but I was like, all right, I got a job to do. I'm gonna do it. After that was over, I shook hands with B.O.B. and he did whatever he did.
Well, I still would be, except whenever.
I want to say getting put in people's playlists. That was it. When I noticed that was the thing, I was like, oh, you really like it now, huh? So I like paying attention to the streams and stuff, and yeah, that was it. Like I recently got put in Superboy's playlist. Like he made like Nothing But Slappers. I forgot the name of it. I was happy about that. Take your time. Don't rush it or try to compare it to everybody else's come up and everything like that, because then you're gonna feel like you're doing the wrong thing at all times. Just do you.
Do you feel like that's something you struggle with?
No, not really. Not really. I didn't want to like compare to everybody else. Like I knew from when we all started rapping together, I knew we had something different, something that was gonna be set apart. Like at first we was rapping on SoundCloud beats and YouTube beats and everything like that. But when we start like making it all homegrown, then I was like, yeah, we got something there. So I'm not gonna try to like worry about what the next rapper and all of them are doing and everything like that. It's just, we're gonna try to see what we do. Like whether we on or not, at the end of the day, it's us, because nobody rap like us, nobody look like us, nobody sound like us, nobody come at this like us, nobody think about it like us, nobody have the conversations we do. It's just us at the end of the day.
Pull it out and then I'm poker.
Providing good music, that's it. So, I mean, the game been kind of quiet nowadays and everything is so saturated. And everybody try to be somebody but themselves. So like at the end of the day, I know I'm like showing people some individuality in a way. I make it like good and clear who a lot of my influences are and things, but like never am I carbon copied. I knew like in a way it's copying, but it's kind of like appreciation in a way. I was listening to a lot of Wu-Tang, I was listening to a lot of The Alchemist, I was listening to a lot of Action Bronson, Earl Sweat, MF Doom, and those are like the main ones. I'm like, all right, these niggas rapping in these pockets like that. I need to figure out how I can maintain this energy and come at it that same way. But then eventually, really just make it my own.
Did you have like a moment when you realized, okay, like this is my sound?
Gradual. I want to say it's gradual. I mean, you can hear it in the growth from a lot of like the older stuff I dropped to the quality moving forward. Yeah, I feel like early on, it was really like MF Doom-ish, really.
Right.
That was the main one to go to, and then like I started putting in different aspects of everybody else and just went up.
That bitch, I might be funny as shit. Shorty.
Currently, So after Anywhere But Here had dropped, well, somewhere during the process of me like putting those songs together, I had another batch of songs that I thought about like including, but I put them to the side and then I started coming up with other titles and things like that. And I've been tweeting about it, so it's safe to say the next project is Full Metal Heartthrob. When is that gonna be done? I don't know. I'm working on it right now. I'm gonna say 8 out of 12 of them are written. None is recorded though.
I'm trying to sleep, talking all that shit.
Did. But nah, I wanna say making more music, traveling, seeing the homies happy, seeing the family happy. Hopefully working a good job at a museum or web design or all the above. I don't know. I feel like I'm fit to do that now. I was talking to my teacher about it. I was like, I could work on archival things. I could work on being a curator. I could work on, you know, this, that, the third. It's like, you should look into web design. So.
Moving violation on that ass like, do you copy?
Who's Piranha?
Who's Piranha? Oh, that's my alter ego. Because like sometimes I'm calm and collective about a lot of things, but like when it come at me on a mic or just in any different situations, I snap.
How's the 21 MVP doing?
Shout out to her, she's doing great. I was like, I got scared. I thought I was gonna have to, you know, switch up the roster, be on the scouting mission for a new one, but hey, still in play, still in play.
How is it opening for BOB?
How's it opening for BOB? I mean, like shit, I took that moment as just my moment. Like I didn't care that I was open for BOB because, like, to be honest, I don't listen to BOB nowadays. I don't listen now years, I should say. Really, they just said BOB was coming to the school. I was like, okay, and I thought they was gonna have like somebody else open for them or whatever. Like they was gonna hit up. They was gonna, bro. They was gonna hit up some kid who wanted to DJ or whatever, or like some other people, stuff like that. I was like, nah, that shit out of here. I rap. I really do. Get me up there. And so I took over the stage and it was a blast.
Explain the game. How did Slipknot become what it's become?
We all went through some stuff, our separate little sections or whatever like that. But like, you know, he tell you a story about how Slipknot came about.
Yeah, he did. Because there was like 2 other guys, and then you guys, they didn't.
Yeah, it was like, fuck it, I guess we Slipknot now. We just kind of stuck to that. And Ryan was kind of iffy on it because he was like, I don't know, that don't sound too like PC and everything like that. Like, you think that's really marketable? I was like, think about it like this. So like first little EP I dropped in 2019, SSS. So I thought about that one night. I was like, wait, South Side Sweetheart, we got it. And that was the one. And just moving forward from there, I'm just like, listen, we gotta talk about it like this. Like, you know, we're some good-looking young men, so it's necessary that we provide our services. Now, as you said in that explanation, you know, like we want to change the connotation of slut and everything like that. Back in the day, you look at us, they look at us as service women of sorts and shit like that. So like nowadays, we just provide a service, put it that way. That's what I'm all about. That's what we all about. It's us.
What is a Yerbalite?
Goddamn, Yerbalite, yeah.
What are the ideals and phrases of the Yerbic tongue?
Oh man, so look, shout out to Kenny B, shout out to him. You know, we was looking at him, how he crack open yerbs and shit like that on the show. I was like, we got it. Ryan's tried it, he was like, you gotta try it, bro. I tried it, I left my body. I was like, ooh, this real, huh? This how that feel. So from that point on, it's a ritual. Like every time we come to the stoop, crack open, clink, we in. The idea of the Yerbalite, he who yerbs knows all. Plain and simple. That's the way. That's the only way. Calm and heart, cool. Some good vibes. Why I say vibes? Some good phrases. Phrases of it would be like, do you know the vibes, but do they know you? That's one of the top ones right now.
What were your first impressions when you first met Slipknot in that one guy's basement?
Okay, shout out. First off, that one guy, no, we would know he would know his name because he's a legend. He's the reason this all happened. Shout out to Vince. He was like, yeah, you should meet these guys. I know who rap. Because I was talking to him about like rapping while we was in China, and he was just, you know, really adamant about that stuff. He's like, you should really meet these guys. So we met them. They came over. I was just like doing some instrumentals and stuff like that. They rap, and I'm just like, oh, these the ones. These the ones. I need them. And it just kind of went up from there.
Why is your spirit animal a Notre Gang eagle?
Hey, listen, for all them who don't know, you gotta know, you feel me? Shout out to 4YE Entertainment, you know? Like, if you ain't really on the wave and shit, you kind of drowning. You sounding like a rat if you ain't a Notre Gang eagle. If you ain't a Notre Gang eagle, then you obviously a rat. So clearly, you know, That's the way. Like, I gotta go. I know I'm a Koi now, but shit, I'm also an eagle. Let the wings fly. Yeah.
How long have you been a vigorous vagabond?
Forever. That's the one. Like, they clown me for that because that was one of my earlier bars. Vigorous vagabond, spit like a cattle prod, some shit like that. That's it. That's just like, I'm everywhere.
Was geeking, I was different. Brain flicks.
In high school, I met my homie Yuri. He got me rapping a little bit more. So I joined the clique he had with some other people by the name of KOIFSH Gang. KOIFSH Gang, they had everybody with names related to animals in the sea, like Big Tuna, Little Flounder, Little Sushi, shit like that and everything. I couldn't think of a name to go with that, because I was gonna say some shit like Little Goldfish, but that's too go-to. So I'm thinking, I'm like, what got something to do with the ocean and shit like that? So first thing that came to mind, Tempest, a wild storm over the water. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go with that. And our first group name was Hyperbole, and they put like Tempest on the cover of it, and I was just like, I don't know how to feel about that. So I was rapping as Armani for a bit and just let that go. But then at some random point, I had an obsession with the Koi. Had it as my phone case, had it as my background and stuff like that, and it was just that for months. And I was like, you know what? I will be the KoiFshh, and just kind of stuck with it like that. At first, it was F-I-S-H, and I thought about it. My name Armani is 6 letters. Let's just make KOIFSH. And got the tattoo and everything too.
I like it. It looks good.
I got this sometime after I graduated. Like,
Okay.
it was before I went to college actually.
The nigga system jokes was back in 03, catch you slipping.
Mostly Ryan. I worked with a friend of mine back in school. Shout out to Zachy. She did the guitar riffs on Company. Shout out to homie Simba, cause he did the mixing for that.
Your cat.
No. I mean, shout out to him too, cause like he gave me motivation for this shit. But it's another artist by the name of Simba. That's SMBA. I sent the vocals to him to do the mixing, so he kind of helped with that. Yeah, everything else was Ryan though. A good bulk of it was done at Ryan's house, Ryan's studio. 3 of the tracks, however, was done at school. So I got this janky ass microphone I got from like this little internship I had over the summer. I got a good set of headphones. I got Ableton on my laptop, and I was like, okay, let me just make this work, how this work. That's why the poems sound like that, like Testaments, Negus.
What was the timeline like for that project? When did you have the first song done compared to like when you finished all of it?
Some of it I did before I left for the new school year for this. From that point on, it was just like a matter of me like writing everything and getting it together for any time that I was to come home. And whenever I come home, I get those things out of the way. But for the poems and stuff, I just went on my own time. Was down there with Zachy. It was like working on production and stuff like that, because I'm trying to get into producing more and just recording most of those there. But when I got home, that's when I finished it all up, finalized it. I think it was winter break that I like finalized it all and had it ready.
How did you get the name of the album, and then when did you take the cover art?
Anywhere but here. So July 4th, I tripped shrooms in the woods. I forgot the name of the place, but I tripped shrooms in the woods with Khair. Out there, we just kind of had an experience. Got lost for a little bit, made it out, it was cool, but I was still having thoughts on my mind. Went home, took a shower, and then I went over to my grandma's. But the entire time, only thing I could think about was like, damn, what am I gonna do moving forward from here right now? Like, you know, everything that's going on. Shout out to COVID, shout out to, you know, politics and everything ruining the country a lot more. Shout out to all the grief and strife that still exists everywhere and stuff like that. This is going to be my senior year coming up and everything. So much stuff going on. And my only thought was like, damn, I'd like to be anywhere but here. Any mode of living, any mode of existing, anything else would be so much better than here right now. Regardless of what's happening, I'm gonna try to kick life's ass and get what's due to me, but I'd like to be anywhere but here. The photo was taken in this grassland area out in Homewood. I was out there with a homie of mine, Orion, and a friend of his, and we were just smoking in the trees, and I was just enjoying the time out there. Like my go-to outfit over the summer was just jeans and a t-shirt. That was simple to do. It's nice. It looked like I was a farmer at one point. It was great. Yeah, I took the photo out there. We was going across the field, and the sun was just like beaming on me. I was like, wait, I need this. It's just handing them the camera. Took those photos, and I was like, shit, this might be the one. At some point, at the point I was looking for like an album cover, I wasn't sure what I was going to use at all and everything, but like when I had posted it, somebody was commenting like, this is album cover worthy. I was like, you might be right. Did a little bit of edits, hinted to my homie Nigel, who's in DC. Shout out to him. and he edited it up, sent me back to the looks and stuff, and such as the album. Thanks for watching Vision Vocal. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at KOIFSH.